Let's head inside and hear from the skipper now. Verizon Wireless postgame comments, Buck Showalter.
7 hours.
You guys get a lot of things right, but that's one thing you never get wrong. That was put well politically, wasn't it? At the time anyway, but anybody want to go to Boston with us? Who's playing? Who's the Sunday night games? Giants and who?
Colts.
Where at?
In Indianapolis.
It'd be fun. Be fun. What's up? I know y'all got to go. We do too.
Given the fact that you survived Pettit, got to Rivera, you had to do a lot of different maneuvering in the 11th, and you know who you were playing against in September. Was this the most satisfying victory for you?
I don't look at it that way. It's not about personal stuff. It's about us. It's about the Baltimore Orioles, and it's about Luke Scott hitting a big home run. It's about Luke fighting off a fastball for a double there and having, going to second base. It's about Wiggy giving himself up and trying to drive the ball the other way and got rewarded for it. It's about guys making good plays and not giving in. I'm not real happy about the 12 walks and 2 starts for Tillman. That's not going to work. And, that kind of sets a lethargic tone when you're out there in the infield in a day game and it's ball 1, ball 2, ball 3. And that's one of the reasons why some of our young pitchers have been more successful is they've attacked the zone and trusted their stuff. That hadn't been the case. He was fortunate in Detroit, and tonight he was fortunate today not to give up more. But probably one of the keys to the game is what the job our bullpen did. And from Albert's put a little sanity back in it, and they let us hang around, and we're fortunate that doesn't. But you give yourself a chance. I was real proud of them today. There's a lot of want to out there today, and that's what I was most proud of.
Was that an easy decision for you to load the bases with Bergman coming up? You don't leave Gonzalez with any margin for error, but the alternative is pitching to Jeter and going for a double play.
Yeah, Derek's. If you have to hold a runner on at first, it's like opening up a car wash for him over there. And because they'd used Tim's there, I thought the key was striking out Tim's. Once we did that, we'd open up some options. And, we're in the bullpen. Simone had pitched yesterday, and Hernandez had pitched yesterday, and Vandy had pitched yesterday, and we had the 2 kids down there behind him. So you try to take a shot at winning the game instead of keep from losing it.
We've talked about Luke Scott hitting, happy home runs. And, how big of a...
I haven't heard that one. That's a good description.
Yeah,
happy home runs.
Millwood has said it. But, what was the sense in the dugout when he opens up off Rivera's second pitch, ties the game?
Everybody was excited. We'd fought hard to get back. It looked like we were going to be able to tie it up the inning before. And, Robert, for one of the few times, got a little emotional, had an emotional at bat and let it get away from him. I can't tell you how tough that is to hit with those shadows like that. And I felt for Robbie I don't think he really saw a ball. And you're almost trying to do things that make sure the shadows are in the right place, believe it or not, because there's certain parts of the game you actually manage along with the shadows. Maybe I'm getting a little deep, but it's part of the equation. But what was your question?
Just the sense.
We're all brain dead. Don't act like you're not either.
Just the sense in the dugout when Luke.
No, it was upbeat, obviously, and because you claw, they let us hang around, and I think as each inning passed and the score stayed there, and once it goes to 3-2, there was a real positive feeding frenzy. We call it the PFF, and then there's an NFF. When you're walking all those people, there's a negative feeding frenzy that you can't. It's such an emotional, mental game. It plays into it physically a lot. That's some pretty good pinch hitters we faced today.
Speaking of the walks and 12 walks in the 2 games for Tillman, do you see any?
And a couple hit by pitch. Not that I'm counting.
Well, do you see stuff that's easily solvable with him?
I think a lot more of it is trusting your stuff. I look at things when you get to this level and do the things they've done statistically in their career, and you see some domination at levels, not domination, but quality pitching, then it becomes something else for me. And it becomes a little more, you can't read too many bubblegum cards up here.
What did you see from Gonzalez after he threw the ball away? Did you learn anything about him and the way he responded from that?
No, I like the fact that he that he didn't wall around in self-pity. You know, it was a big strikeout there of Tim's, which gave us some opportunities. Not sure we'll get to the bottom of what we were thinking there when they're bunting of a step off. And you get 2 bases once you're off the rubber. But we'll solve that challenge.
Big inning for coaching too.
Exactly. That's a great point. And you think about there's Swisher, you know, who hurt him in New York. Posada had a great at bat off him last night, and I'm telling you, that's about as impressive a thing as happened today. There were a lot of them. I shouldn't say the most, but that's one that you know, he comes off the mound. If you have any question about the moxie a little bit, not that I did, but it's one of the reasons why we put him back out there. We could have easily gone with Gonzalez or something else, but I thought it was important that he pitched there, and knew in full well that he might get Alex there too.
Also, yeah, I saw it get lost is Jones bunt there in the 8th. I mean, you know, he's your cleanup hitter today.
Well,
and he ended up dropping that and getting the run in.
Yeah, I thought that was a great. What's the word? You know, you could come up with better than me. Is what's best for the Orioles. And this guy's giving. I said to Datsy as he started at bat, I said, look, we're third base and playing him, and especially with Pettit probably not wanting to push the leg a little bit. That's a great play. Look what they give you and take it. You know, and all of a sudden, you know, gets around the league, they start playing in, and some of those balls he hits now go through. You know, what's best for that's impressive. Especially quite frankly, with a guy with 19 home runs that you know how much he wants to hit 20, but you want to let it happen in the flow of the season, not there. So that everything's a little chapter when you're kind of trying to identify what's going on with guys. You see stuff like that. It's not the first time. Kind of gives you a little opening to what they might be about.
Thanks.